it really better? Well, it depends on how big is big to you. Now this here is the ASUS Zenfone 3 Ultra. Calling it a phablet is honestly quite an understatement since its size feels closer to a small tablet than anything else. But being big has its advantages. For one, you don't have to carry two different devices for different users. Instead, lugging a tablet and a phone, all you need is just one device. So let's take a closer look at the ASUS Zenfone 3 Ultra. Design-wise, it doesn't look too different from its other siblings, which is the Zenfone 3 and the Zenfone 3 Deluxe, although the main difference is the volume rocker being placed at the back, just like the previous iteration of the Zenfone 2 and Zenpad. The back and the frame is of a matte aluminum material while the front sports a Gorilla Glass 4. The metal area somehow scratches easily, so it would be wise to get a casing for this phone. The Zenfone 3 Ultra features two SIM slots on the side, with one being of a hybrid SIM microSD slot, and here is the power button with a Zen-centric circle embossed. Personally, I don't really like the back volume rocker. Since it is already difficult to hold the device in one hand, it is also hard to reach at the back to adjust the volume while holding it with one hand. When using both hands to hold the device, reaching the back volume rocker is even more cumbersome. Being a rather large phablet, using it with one hand is near to impossible since it is too large and cumbersome. However, it is really handy to have such a large 6.8-inch screen when watching videos, especially paired with nice audio. Playing games is also more immersive, but my personal favorite was reading on it, whether social media feeds, news or manga. The only drawback is the weight, 233 grams to be exact, and since it is rather large after all, and using it while lying down can cause an accidental dent to the face. Since it has a rather large screen, how well does the battery hold up? Well, the Zenfone 3 Ultra sports a 4600 mAh battery, and on paper, ASUS mentions it has an average life of 34 hours of talk time. While using it as a daily driver though, well, averagely it can last between 1 to 1.5 days, well, depending on usage. That's pretty decent, and the best thing is that this device supports Quick Charge 3.0 that can charge 60% in about 45 minutes. Now, using the device when charging sometimes makes it a bit hot though, especially when it's doing a lot of processing. Performance-wise, the Zenfone 3 Ultra did pretty well with its Qualcomm Snapdragon 652 and 4GB of RAM. It doesn't choke up when processing games with heavy graphics, when switching between tasks or when multitasking, which is a bonus since ASUS Zen UI is quite a heavy UI after all. Browsing the web is a breeze and social media scrolling is not a problem. Now, good thing about this phablet is that it also features a similar camera to the Zenfone 3. However, the Zenfone 3 Ultra sports a whopping 23 megapixel rear camera. Photos look good in daylight, indoors, low light, as well as selfies just like its siblings. However, shooting with one hand is a bit of a challenge since it is quite a large device after all. Overall, the ASUS Zenfone 3 Ultra is a pretty good phablet if you don't mind the size. This glacier silver colored phablet is priced at 2,599 ringgit, so when it comes to value for money, the Zenfone 3 Ultra is still a great all-rounder device.